Hello there, Starscream back for a review. This time it is of Starscream. Now, I know you're all saying, yeah, he's done a Starscream one before. So fine, I did. I don't think it was my best one either, and I couldn't really see what I was doing because of that camera's rubbish. But, what we've got here is Armada Starscream, and he differs so much from the original G1 Starscreams or all the other reincarnations of Starscream. I mean, a lot of the shows have Starscream in, but he's always portrayed the same way. He's arrogant, self-important, manipulative, he wants to be commander of the Decepticons. He's not a very nice character. It's all focusing on the negatives, all of that. But this one differs so much. It's a completely new character with the name. Now, if I get yourself started to... Yeah, he does that alright. He's probably come quite hard to get hold of now, the Armada Starscream. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, when I got it, there were 2 bob a dozen, then they just vanished. Now, you can probably pick up Skywalk and Thundercracker cheaper. But, hey-ho, let's discuss the character a little bit before we discuss the toy, shall we? Alright, now, as you know, it's an Armada toy, and I know it's not a great show, and I think the stub is horrible. And horrible little American kids running around. Never mind. I don't have to go down that route. This Starscream is different. The only reason he gets disgruntled with Megatron is because Megatron doesn't treat him very nicely. He's quite abusive to him, and he puts a lot of weight on his shoulders, while Megatron just... He's got his agenda, Megatron, and he never really lets the others in on it. He's pretty much... The Megatron out of Armada is more a loner than the other Megatron. He confides in no one, really. Least of all Starscream, who he gets doing all his dirty work all the time. And then he abuses him in the process. And because this is Armada, they have minicons. Now, I think his is Swindle. Is it right? Yeah, if I put it right, it was Swindle. He's the last one to get a minicon. Well, one of the last ones to get it. Kind of unfortunate for him. And all he wants through the beginning of the show is his own minicon. Because it bolsters up their power. So, obviously, Starscream won't mind a bit of that. He always likes a bit more power. This Starscream, in comparatively speaking to the other Starscream, has a bit of a conscience. Now, he actually genuinely makes friends with the kiddies. Ooh. It's so Japanese, it hurts, doesn't it? Anyway, that aside, this Starscream is a more rounded out character as regards positive attributes, where the other one is just purely negative all the time. But, as the story progresses, he starts to be manipulated by... Now, what was the name of that Transformer? I think it was...
Spike! Starscream is the Decepticons' #1 varmint. And I'm afraid that you are wrong. You checked your facts and start over again. That is my command.
Yeah, as I was saying before I got interrupted by what's-his-face down there... He gets manipulated by Sideways. I remember the name and it's written it in front of me. Sideways is part to do with Unicron. Now he's manipulating events Sideways to get Unicron reactivated because he works for the Chaosbringer. Now it transpires that Starscream learns about the power of Unicron and he tries to tell Megatron, quote-unquote Galvatron at the time, that if you reactivate him, he's only going to turn on us all, not just the Autobots, but the Decepticons. And Megatron just brushes it aside. I said Megatron and I meant Galvatron, but they're the same toy character. And he just brushes it aside. No, you don't know what you're on about. Just get back in ranks and shut up. But Starscream says, no, I won't. You're wrong. And to prove it to you, he engages Galvatron in a fight, and in the process of the fight he allows himself to be speared by the, I think it's Starsaber at the time, right through the centre of him. Stop doing that! Releasing all his power, and it obviously kills Starscream. Well, what he's doing in the process is he hurtles all the energy on, all the power that's coming from Starscream, he shoves it towards Unicron, and the second Unicron gets a whiff of it, he just destroys him. Now, this is to go to prove a point to Galvatron that Unicron is going to destroy them all. He's not working for the Decepticons or their cause or the Autobots. He's in nobody's preference but his own. He's a Chaosbringer. He just wants to destroy and eat, devour planets. But he gets changed just before this, so it isn't really Starscream that this is happening to. I'm so sorry I keep doing that. It's Thundercracker. But it's not Thundercracker. It's Starscream who gets turned blue. And he even mentions when it happens, I'm become Thundercrackers. But Thundercracker's acknowledged, but Thundercracker's not in it. All it is blue Starscream. They released this toy as Thundercracker, but all it is powered up Starscream. Now, if you notice, the actual toy is exactly the same as Starscream, i.e. other than the colour. Now, they released a Skywarp, who isn't mentioned in it at all. And here he is. It's quite a nice toy. As you see, they changed the head moulding. So, that is literally Skywarp as for Skywarp, but he's not in the show. I'm not sure if he was in one of the Japanese spin-offs. They have so many of them. Armada Starscream in the comics, pretty much the same as the cartoon. It didn't really alter between the two very much. And I suppose because most of the comics were based on the cartoon, and then they started going a slightly different direction. They didn't last a very long run, the Armada comics. I did get them all. The stories are alright, I'll grant you, but they're not brilliant. Anyway, it's not a bad figure. The transformation's quite nice. You've seen what it looks like, some sort of speeder jet thing, I think you might go as far as to say. But anyway, I kind of like the toy. And, I
am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. And this review makes no sense. So
Sorry about that, he's been bothering me all day long about stuff. He thinks he knows what he's on about. I'm afraid he thinks his mind's going a little bit. Anyway, that's Starscream. Hope there was a little bit of help from regards Armada Starscream. Tried to keep this review under 10 minutes this time, so hopefully I've been successful. There's not a great deal of character for this one because he's only appeared in one show. There you go, that's Starscream signing off. Take care, and I'll see you all out there.